After getting married on January 9th, 2010, Carol and I went to Hawaii for a 2-week honeymoon. But before describing this trip, I want to apologize for the quality of this video. Most of this video was originally created from pictures using a different video editing program and then written to a DVD. Now I'm trying to convert that DVD back into an editable file with none of the original pictures available. There are 8 islands that make up Hawaii. We plan to visit the 4 largest islands for 3 days each. After a long flight, we landed on the island of Oahu late on January 10th. Here, Carol and I are enjoying a cup of coffee on our lanai before heading to the Polynesian Culture Center. This was our view from the 14th floor of the Park Shore Hotel. We would spend most of the day at the Polynesian Culture Center and then attend a luau that evening. The Mormons run the Polynesian Culture Center. In exchange for working at the center, the employees receive their room and board and a good education. Because the Mormons run the Polynesian Culture Center, there was no alcohol available at the luau. Bluebirds fly. On January 12th, we took a 30-minute flight to the island of Kauai. After picking up our rental car, we drove 45 minutes to our condo on the north end of the island. Here are some pictures of the condo. And the dreams that you dream of, dreams really do come true. Ooh, someday you wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. While on Kauai, we took a 1-hour tour of the island in a helicopter. Trouble melts like lemon drops high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, and the dream that you dare to, oh, why? The next day, we took a 4-hour escorted 4-wheeler tour of a vacated sugarcane plantation. Someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. Me, where trouble melts like a lemon drops high above the chimney top. That's where. Later, we walked on the beach near the condo. On January 15th, we flew to Maui. Here are some pictures of our condo on Maui.
Dreams that you dream of, dreams really do come true.
One of the big attractions on Maui was whale watching.
Someday you wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind.
Carol and I enjoyed our first whale watching trip so much that we decided to go out again the next day.
Above the chimney top, that's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, and the dream that you dare to, oh, why can't I?
Is that breach? Scientifically, we don't really know. There's a Luke up dive from Mom again. Everybody get ready. Yeah. Hopefully, get your cameras ready. She's done it twice already and pronounced arch Luke up dive, and twice she came out completely out of the water. So it could be that breach, it could be fun. I challenge you to go and try to breach. Oh, it's fun the first few times, and then it's really frustrating when you can't get more than half your body out of the water, even with fins on. It could be communication. I've heard when these whales slap down on the water. There she is.
Yes, it is.
I'm just gonna let you video. I'm not way down. It's hard. You want to watch video. Yeah.
Try not to inhale the whale snot. Angling to slow them down. And the only external difference between a male and a female is a bump about the size of a grapefruit. And it's found on the female, and it's called the hemispherical lobe. It's right below her genital slit. And when that baby jumped out, one of those earlier breaches, when it had a little bit more energy, I don't know where it's still getting its energy. The boy was, well, saw a little bump, but all right. So we might have been mistaken. It's really hard to identify these whales as males and females. I mean, you pretty much have to do it while they're breaching or when they're slapping their tail like that. So it might actually be a female. I don't know if any of you saw just a little bit of a bump halfway down to her tail, or maybe we just imagined it. So you're kind of seeing how hard it is. But you can... Oh! Peck slapping from Mom. That's that 15-foot pectoral fin I was talking about. So we've changed our mind and we're allowed to do that. I told you, like, I don't know what's going on. We see what you see, but sometimes we have to change our mind. Pretty sure that's a female. I think I saw that hemispherical lobe on that little baby. And, you know, on the adults, it's the size of a grapefruit. On the baby, they're like the size of a lemon.
The next day, we decided to drive along the northern shore of Maui. This was a breathtaking view of the ocean, people surfing and swimming. Although we didn't know why at the time, Carol started getting sick on Maui. Even though she wasn't feeling well, she tried to have fun. She thought it was just her allergies and took a pill, but all this did was make her sleepy. On January 18th, Carol and I flew from Maui to the Big Island. The Big Island is made up of two parts, the Kona side on the west side of the island where we would be staying, and the Hilo side on the east side of the island. The Kona side is very dry, while the Hilo side gets much more rain. Here are some pictures of our condo on the Big Island. The first night on the Big Island, we booked a 2-hour sightseeing cruise. Carol tells this lady that she is standing next to that she's been sick and is hoping that it won't get any worse. The lady tells Carol that gases from the Kilauea volcano on the north end of the island are known to cause respiratory problems, and that these gases are known to drift as far away as the island of Maui, where we had just come from. The second day we decided to go see Kilauea volcano. This volcano has been erupting for the last 40 years, draining lava down the hillside to the ocean. But 2 weeks before we arrived, the volcano stopped flowing. And approximately 2 weeks after we flew home, it started up again. It's possible to walk up a trail that takes you near the edge of the volcano, but we decided not to go because Carol still was sick. Instead, we decided to drive down the hill to a beach nearby. Here we saw black sand and a large sea turtle.
The dreams that you dream of once in a lullaby.
On January 21st, we flew back to Oahu for a day before heading home. This is a picture of Diamond Head from our east hotel window. No trip to Oahu would be complete without visiting Pearl Harbor. On January 21st, we flew back to Oahu for a day at Pearl Harbor before heading home.